Hello and hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me already, this is Inside Out Cosmic Temple. My name is TT, you may also hear me known as Rozzy. Welcome, let's go ahead and have a seat. We got some things to talk about. So, many of you have probably been online and you hear about this big event that's happening. There's a lot of stuff going on in August in the skies, but this one probably takes the cake because it is also known as the luckiest time of the year, and it is the time of the Lion's Gate portal. Now, TT, Rozzy, what is the Lion's Gate portal, you ask? Don't worry, I am about to tell you. The Lion's Gate portal is the time of the year when Sirius, the brightest star in our neighborhood of space, comes into alignment with the sun, the constellation Orion, and the Earth. This generally happens during Leo season, which is what we're in right now. And the culmination of this event happens on August 8th. 8 8. That is the day the Lionsgate portal is fully open, and it is also known as the luckiest day of the year. Why? Because Sirius symbolizes luck and courage. Now, where does this all come from? Because I know a lot of people are probably thinking this is all New Age BS. It is metaphysical BS. This just came up a couple years ago. Like, this is, this is fraud, this is sham, blah, 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 blah. But there is a little bit of history behind this. So, Sirius, the star Sirius, is actually associated with the Egyptian agricultural god Supdet. And if I am saying Supdet wrong, Sopdet, please forgive me. If you study ancient Egyptian, or if you are Egyptian yourself, please let me know if I'm saying that incorrectly. You can do so in the comments below. But on to what I was saying. Sirius is associated with the Egyptian god Supdet and the annual flooding of the Nile River, which also happens to happen during Leo season around this time of year. So, this was a make it or break it event for Egypt at the time, because the flooding of the Nile is what also helped bring in a lot of nutrients and water to the delta area so that they could plant food to have to eat, until the flooding of the Nile happened again. So this was a once a year event, and they were praying for it like their lives depended on it, because they did. And this was also a very, very lucky time because of what was going on. Now, also, another association with the Lionsgate portal is during I'm not gonna say during the time, but around the time, the Greeks and the Romans took note that Sirius, the star, rose with the sun in late July. And if you don't know about Sirius, Sirius is also known as the dog star. It is not the North Star, it is called the Dog Star. So a lot of people used to associate Sirius with the North Star, but because of the Earth's wobble, that North Star is now Polaris and not Sirius. But that's a conversation for another day. But anyway, so the Greeks and Romans had realized that Sirius rose around the same time as the sun during July, and this was also the hottest time of the year back then. So it was also known as the dog days of summer. Now, very important, the dog days of summer and the Lionsgate portal are two separate events that happen at the same time. They are two separate events happening at the same time. Okay? So try not to confuse them. I know some people like to confuse them. Now, why is Sirius symbolized by luck and courage? So the ancient astrologers, way back in the day, gave Sirius the likeness of Jupiter and Mars. The planet Jupiter, is associated with luck, expansion, growth, wisdom, and wealth. Mars is associated with action, competition, passion, conquest, and energy. So not only do you have the luck to achieve your dreams, you also have to have the action to actually go out and get them. And Sirius is associated with both of those. And this time our Lionsgate portal. It's also known as the luckiest time of the year. Why? Because if you want to get those goals, now is the time to bring that plan into action. If you did not do so during the Aries new moon, this is the next best time of the year to get that done. All right. So, another thing that is also kind of cool to think about during the Lionsgate portal is the number 8. As we said before, the culmination of the Lionsgate portal happens on August 8th. So 8-8. And if you're into numerology or angel numbers, the number 8 is symbolized by manifestation, success, and growth. So this is an excellent time to put those plans into action, dream that dream, say that prayer, do a little dance, do what you gotta do in order to make your goals happen. And the best way to do that, how can you use this Lionsgate portal energy? Meditation is always a good one. Meditation, manifestations. There we go. I am not getting tongue-tied today. So meditation, manifestations, creating a vision board. Like I said before, if you did not do that vision board during the Aries new moon, now is your second chance, and it may be your only chance unless you're trying to wait until next year. If you want to have that serious energy. Have a heart-to-heart conversation. The lion is typically associated with heart center energy. If you're into chakras, so think Anahata, your heart chakra. This is a time to have a heart-to-heart conversation with a significant other. That does not have to be a lover. It can be a family member. It could be your parents. It could be your grandparents. It could be your siblings. It could be your cousins. It could be your closest friends. It could be the pet that lives rent-free in your house, Have a conversation. Be open. Be vulnerable. Some of the things that come with being able to manifest is to be able to say what it is that you truly want. And be in that vulnerable state, because that is how our vibration gets picked up by other people and also gets put out into the universe, okay? Another thing you can do is take a review of your spirituality. Jupiter and the Sun are both associated with your soul and your higher self. So that's something to also consider. Maybe like saying a prayer, maybe finding that meditation or that method of meditation, your mantras, your, tapping into your inner self, or maybe like ancestor veneration can help you with getting those goals out there. Trying to think, is there anything else that we need to talk about? And I believe that is it. So, quick review. Sirius, the brightest star in our side of the universe, is coming into alignment with the Sun, the constellation Orion, and the Earth during Leo season this time. And culmination is on August 8th. That is the Lionsgate portal. So remember, this portal closes on August 12th. So if you're watching this and you missed August 8th, don't worry. You still got a few days to plan if you're trying to get into that Lionsgate energy. It is associated with Suptet and the flooding of the Nile, bringing that life into the world back again. Sirius is has the energies of Jupiter and Mars. So remember, luck, growth, expansion, wealth, action, competition, passion, energy. You gotta have energy to go get your goals. And it is believed that taking action towards your goals during this time will grant you the courage of Mars and the luck of Jupiter. 8s are associated with manifestation, success, and progress. Remember also, have a plan. Have a plan and execute that plan. Taking those steps, because remember, the portal is going to open and close, but you have to be the one to go through the portal, okay? You have to have that energy to go through it, and you have to know that, whatever luck is coming your way is going to work in your favor, okay? So I hope this little talk helps. Go out there, go forth, and be awesome. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you want a reading just to see where you are in any part of your life during the Lionsgate portal, or before or after, you can reach out to me. I'll also have my Etsy link for readings in the comments as well. So take care, good luck, grab the energy while it's still here, and we'll talk soon. Bye.